Hello, this is Sarah from Sarah's Tarot with your weekly pick a card for what do I need to know about my love life. Okay, so I have my Rider-Waite tarot deck here, and I also have the Romance Angels. I'm going to place 4 cards on the table, and I'd like you to feel which you're drawn to. 1, 2, 3 or 4. I'm then going to turn them over and read you your messages for your love life for the week ahead, and then I'll come back and we'll do 4 cards from the Romance Angels to go with that, okay? So for those of you drawn to card 1, Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is someone who has a very practical approach to life, someone who takes their time. This is for those of you who are with a partner. It may be that you need to sort of look at the practical sides of things with regard to your relationship, you know. Are you investing enough time in this person? Are they investing enough time in you? I feel you have a lot to learn about each other, and that the message here is to focus this week on really getting to know each other on a deeper level, okay? Some of you may be in a new relationship who have drawn this card, and the Page of Pentacles is the kind of relationship that grows over time. It's not something that can blossom straight away, but once it starts to grow, it can go from strength to strength, okay? And for those of you not in a relationship, then this card points to you needing to take the long-term view in finding a partner, okay? Thinking about who you really want and not settling for second best, okay? This is about you putting the effort in and making sure that this person ticks all the boxes. You will need to invest some time in order to bring this person in. And it could be that the Page of Pentacles, and that is Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn, is around you this week, either as an acquaintance, an admirer, or someone who you decide to date. So that is the message for those of you drawn to card 1. Card 2. Okay, for those of you drawn to card 2, we have the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords can be quite a dramatic card. Here he lies on the ground with 10 swords in his back. He's feeling rather defeated and down, kind of had enough really. And for those of you in a relationship, there could have that have been drawn to this card, there could have been an ending around you, or perhaps there is a feeling that you want to end a relationship. Either way, things have been quite tough for you. It may be that there is a situation around you that is affecting your relationship in this way. You know, sometimes something else can end in our life that brings us to feel quite down in other areas such as relationships, etc. But I think for the most part this card is saying that, you know, it could be time now to draw an end to something with regard to love. It could be time to bring something to an end and start to rebuild your life independently. I'd also say though that, you know, as bleak as this card looks, and for those of you who are really feeling it this week, you know, things can only get better from this point onwards, okay? And this man does get up off the floor and begins again with the Ace of Swords. And as difficult as that may be, you know, it will happen. It does happen. And, you know, the sun will shine again. For those of you who are not in a relationship, I do feel there has been a painful ending around you in the past, and you are still in the process of healing and getting over that situation. So take your time, don't rush, you know, focus on yourself. It isn't easy, but time is a great healer. Okay, and for those of you drawn to card 3, we have another heavy swords card. We have the 9 of Swords. So for those of you in a relationship here, we're talking about anxiety, worry for your future. What is it you're worrying about? It could be something outside the relationship, such as money, people in your life, or you know, just your general home life, or it could be worry concerning the relationship itself. Something is keeping you up at night. You seem to be imagining all sorts of scenarios. You know, does he love me? Does she love me? Will they leave me? Or perhaps some of you are thinking or feeling that you have done something to upset them, and you're concerned now of the consequences. All sorts of things seem to be going around in your mind for those of you drawn to card 3. And I want to say to you, you really need to start to relax more and worry less. The 9 of Swords is saying things really aren't quite as bad as they seem, okay? And for those of you who are not in a relationship, then the 9 of Swords is a card that is saying, stop worrying, will you? It will happen. That romantic partner will come into your life, and no, that person won't be the same as your ex. That person will be new. That person will be unique. You know, stop worrying and imagining all sorts of things, okay? Be positive and just find ways to relax and believe and trust that the universe will bring this person to you when the time is right. Okay, and then card 4, we have the 10 of Cups. What a beautiful card. The 10 of Cups is the rainbow after the storm. It's completion, it's contentment, it's happiness. You see here the lovely rainbow and the loving couple and the 2 children playing out in the parks, out in the garden, you know, feeling really happy. This is what we all want to achieve, really. So for many of you drawn to this card, I feel this would be a wonderful week for you, for your partner, and maybe for your whole family. You know, this really is contentment personified, and something that you have been aspiring to. I feel that it's something that you've worked hard for and thoroughly deserve, okay? For those of you who are not in a relationship, then, you know, sometimes this card can mean, you know, that we are looking at other people's relationships and imagining these wonderful fairy tales. And it's not always as it seems with people. So if you're feeling as if you're single and you're alone, but everyone else is so happy, think again, because really, you know, relationships can be good, but they all have their ups and downs. Okay, so don't convince yourself that it's out of your reach, because happiness isn't out of your reach. But also don't convince yourself that everyone is in a perfect relationship either. Okay, and another aspect of this card is to say that, you know, contentment can be yours if you believe. Okay, so they are the 4 Rider-Waite cards, and I'm just going to shuffle the Romance Angel cards and give a card for each of the 4 cards that were drawn today. Let's see what the romance angels have to say with regard to your love life for the week ahead. Okay. Wow. So for those drawn to card 1, you have the card playfulness, okay? Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. It's time for you to be playful, to be young again. The Page of Pentacles has a young attitude. They're down to earth, but they still are young-spirited. And this card is asking you to bring that playfulness back into your life. If you're in a relationship, what can you do that's fun together? If you're not, then maybe it's about being playful with people and just letting your guard down a little bit in the process. And people around you will be drawn to you because of this young energy that you are giving off. And the second card is deception. Deception tells me that you need to really, the Ten of Swords is pretty much in line with this card, because perhaps someone has deceived you and brought you down, okay? And if that's the case, then and you need to now let that person go from your life and be healed, whether they're in your life now or this has happened in the past. It really is time to let them go. Someone is wearing a false self-mask in this relationship. You know, if you are feeling this about this person, then take a real step back. For those of you drawn to card 3, the soulmate card, yes, this is your soulmate. Okay, wow. So stop worrying, will you? You know, if you're with someone, then this person, stop imagining all sorts about them. If you're not, then your soulmate is coming in. And for those of you drawn to card 4, finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. 10 of Cups. Okay, so it's a happy home and it's a secure home. It's in financial respects. And for those of you who are single, maybe right now you should be concentrating more on the financial part of your life than the love side. Okay, so that's your pick a card reading for the week ahead. Wishing you love, light and blessings. If you'd like to order a reading, go to www.sarahstarot.co.uk. Much love to you all.